So, Sunish, coming now to the referees, do you have any guidance for applicants for selecting a referee for their application to Maastricht? How
Not
do you
at
see?
Maastricht, but everywhere. But yeah, I have a very specific thing. Again, try to make it a referee who's, personal or privy to your journey or has actually helped you. Just like, for instance, I did know or was, taught by our vice chancellor of the university, who was quite famous in academic circles, anyways, and is a full professor and obviously is a big name in legal academia.
Yeah,
So it was like I had initially thought that I'd ask Faizan sir to, I'd approach him to write me a
yeah,
letter of recommendation. But then I thought, and obviously was guided by others,
yeah,
that it it doesn't matter if your referee is very famous guy, a full professor who's really world renowned and stuff like that, published every other day. It should be someone who can write or take the time out to bring out your best qualities and why they're referring you. For instance, my referee is an associate professor at university, Shanti ma'am.
okay,
Of course, you'll know. She
yeah,
is not even a full professor. Obviously, she's not, 60 year old, a full professor. She's an associate professor. But I
yeah,
chose her specifically because, firstly, I've taken criminal law courses under her, obviously,
yeah,
in college. And secondly, and most importantly, I have done two TAships in both my final years semesters, ninth and 10th semester, and both of them were under her, law of evidence and Indian Penal Code.
yes,
So, because I've worked so intimately with her, designed courses, stuff like that, it made sense to just ask her to refer me because she can write more closely. If it's a
okay,
generic template kind of letter you want, yeah, okay, asking your vice chancellor or most famous professors might do the trick. But if you want someone to write more specifically that why I think this person is the correct fit for a place. For instance, ma'am was able to say that, I'm assuming that he has worked under me and so on and so forth. I've taught him for so many courses, so many years. She was the general warden of NALSAR also, I think chief warden, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so maybe something to the conduct as such. So I think a special connection or personal relationship is also needed in a way. A generic, because a famous professor or a person you have not worked with intimately will only write a boilerplate recommendation. A person you have actually worked for, contributed with something, they'll write a very toned down specific letter of recommendation.
of course, that makes sense, Sunish.